was 2 hours of the other state and 5
At
minutes.
7 o'clock, let us please stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just for the record, in the audience, Mayor Persona is at the Royal Macco meeting. He plans to be here later. Hopefully he will be. At this time, we will carry on. May I have a motion for the minutes of the last meeting?
So moved.
Second.
There's a first and there's a second. All those in favor, usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. The financial report, may I get a approval for that?
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any questions? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Next, we have the budget amendment, 2013-006. It's all yours, Steve.
This is a transfer within the Department of Public Works, the waste removal line items transfer $770 from their anticipated savings into operating supplies for the purpose of purchasing 1,000 recyclable stickers. Those stickers are easy next to the trash cans we have run out.
Any questions from anybody on the board?
I'll make a motion to accept budget amendment 2013-006.
There's a second.
Second.
All those in favor, use the sign of aye.
Aye.
Any further question? If not, motion is carried. Home partnership, proposed reuse of 214 North Street, Frank Hodgetts. Are you here?
He's at Wilmaco as well?
Is it?
Oh.
We shall move on now to Severn Trent, Environmental Services. Ken, if you will come forth, we'd be glad to hear you.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I'd like to give you an update on the water and wastewater treatment plants for month of September and October. In September, we did real well. The wastewater treatment plant averaged BOD of 4, suspended solids of 2, total nitrogen of 2.8 milligrams per liter, and phosphorus of 0.03 milligrams per liter. So another good month of analysis. I wanted to talk to you a couple things. When the hurricane came through, we did really well at the wastewater treatment plant. We had peak flows of 12.5 million going through the plant. There was no, we didn't have any spills or any overflows from the storm. It was pretty amazing. And I got the analytical results for the 2 days of the storm, and we had an average BOD of 1 going out of the plant, and suspended solids of 1 going out of the plant. So I was pretty amazed at the results. The nitrogen, even the total nitrogen was only about 3.5. So we were below the 4, which is our target. So the wastewater treatment plant did just extremely well. I can tell you, we had so much flow going through the plant that we had every pump operating at the plant, and we were just able to keep up with the flow. I mean, if it come in anymore, it would have overflowed the system. That's how much flow was coming into the plant. It was just unbelievable. The water treatment plant did real well too. We did have an issue that I did want to mention to you, that the Big Elk Creek, it backed up, and it came very close of getting into the plant, and we had sandbagged the doors to prevent the creek from coming in and on. Seems like that's a pretty regular thing. To be honest with you, it seems like every time we have a major rain event, we go through this. But the one of the things that happened though was that we had so much rain, and of course with the Big Elk Creek coming up over the bank there, that the waste backwash holding tank was actually taking on water, and we were taking on so much water the existing pumps were unable to pump the tank down. And when that happens, it causes a bottleneck at the plant because we need the tank to be empty so when we have a place to put our backwash when we backwash the filters. And when you have a storm event, the water quality in the creek is not really good, so you end up having to backwash more frequently. And so it was like on the Wednesday evening around, I guess, 5 o'clock, we got a call, and we came in and we had to set up gasoline pumps at the water treatment plant to pump out the backwash holding tank. And what we did was we really recirculated the water in the tank back to the head of the plant and then processed it through the plant. So I want you guys to be aware of that's not a good situation, and we need probably a couple things to do about that. We need to make some improvements there. The other thing I wanted to let you know is that about 3 weeks ago we came in and worked at nighttime with DPW, and we located some critical valves, and we were able to we found the valves, and we were able to extend the pressure zone from Walnut Hill Tower down Bridge Street down to, I think it's Charles Street, Charles or Maryland Avenue, Maryland, down, and to incorporate all of the stores on the left side of Bridge Street going out of town, and also the fire department. So we were able to increase the fire flow at the fire department from about 450 gallon a minute to 1,000 gallon a minute, which is really significant. And we went from 40 psi to 70 psi, 75, 80 psi there. So it was well worth the effort. We accomplished everything we wanted to that evening, and so I would like to make a recommendation to the town council that it was so effective that the middle school and the elementary school they have very poor fire protection there. They have their hydrants located in the vicinity of the middle school and the elementary school are less than 500 gallon a minute because they're on Blue Ball Tower, and we could extend the zone just a little bit further and encompass that area right there where the elementary school is and the middle school, and we can provide increased pressure and increased fire flow in that area as well. I really think it would be worthwhile to do. That's my recommendation. It's better for Walnut Hill Tower. It's better for Blue Ball Tower because Blue Ball Tower, it takes some of the load off of it, and what it does also to Walnut Hill Tower, it helps turn the tower over faster, improves water quality coming out of Walnut Hill Tower, because prior to this, Walnut Hill Tower is only supplying water basically to the villages of Walnut Hill, and it's not that much water per day, so the water in the tower may stay there in the tower up to 4 days or more, and that's really not a good thing. So by extending its area past the fire department and down Bridge Street is a good thing, and we can make it even better by bringing in the area, right, that neighborhood's right around the school. So we make that recommendation to the mayor and council.
So Ken, you're saying that you've located all the critical valves in that area, and they've been, I guess, turned appropriately?
Yes, for right now, for what we wanted to achieve, it has worked really well. We know that for a fact, and we've created division valves, and they're located right there on Bridge Street, and I think it's I want to keep saying Maryland Avenue there, and right there we've created. We found. I think I mentioned this before. I told you that there's an 8-inch water line going up. Which is not on the print. Well, we know that there is, in fact, an 8-inch water line going up Bridge Street now, and it was actually, I believe, so what they looked to me like they did, the town had a contractor put this 8-inch in. Prior to the 8-inch, it was a 6-inch going up the right side. And the hydrants are on the left side, they're all tied into the 6-inch line. And then the town must have come along after that and put an 8-inch on the left-hand side, and it fed Rudy Park, I believe. It's Rudy Park there. There's a liquor store in the corner, and then there's a apartment complex in the back.
Right.
That's fed off that 8-inch line. And and when they put the 8-inch line in, they tied it onto an 8-inch line going down Elkton North Road to the fire department.
Okay.
Yeah, it's big. And so now,
And
what we did was we put we found the division valve on that 8-inch down at Maryland Avenue, right? Is that Maryland Avenue or is that Shaw's? Maryland, right? Right.
First road is Maryland.
Maryland, okay, that's right. So right there at Maryland. So then what we did was we went up to the Walnut Tower and we opened the valve up there because there was an 8-inch line all the way connected to the Walnut Hill Tower.
Right.
So now Walnut Tower's feeding all the way down that 8-inch. So the people at Rudy Park and everyone there in the fire department, they've got like 1,000 gallon a minute on their fire hydrants there. So
and going down to the elementary school and the middle school,
they're still getting their water up Blue Ball Road, the back way.
Got you, the back.
How many gallons per minute should those hydrants have by the schools?
I'd say at least 1,000.
At least.
Yeah, 1,000, 1,500.
And it's half that now, you say?
It's about 500, yeah, less than 500. And it's real simple. It's pretty simple to make it happen. It's just you just have to go out there and close some valves and move the division valves back, and then have that community there come off Walnut Hill Tower, and it'd be a good thing.
So even though you're informing us, have you informed Lois of your recommendation and Dan Hanley as well?
Well, I've talked to DPW. I haven't really talked to Lewis about it.
Because I know everything goes through him, so that's the reason why I asked.
That's about it.
Any more?
No.
Any more questions? Anybody?
So with that recommendation, are we gonna, I guess, ask that they meet with Lewis and discuss it further, or?
I think they should. Commissioner Harris.
Well, I guess that's what we're requesting you to do, meet
I'll
with
do
Lewis
that.
and take it from there, and then the three of you can get together and come up with a solution.
Plan.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do
Thanks.
that. We'll do that. Thank you.
Dwight, we'll have you for Bell here, and then we have Mr. Hodgetts.
Yeah, that's the same Hodges is here now.
I know that.
Okay. I have Pat Link here with me. You, I believe, I hope, have a resolution in front of you that I'm hoping that you can approve, which continues to be a part of the financing package that they have to present to governmental agencies.
I'll sign it and send it down.
Okay. And it just indicates you're in favor of the project going forward. There's another issue that it was suggested I speak to you tonight. At some point in time, again, I think we talked to you way back in the beginning of this whole project, but part of the application has to be some measure of local contribution. I'm assuming you all have a standard, something that you do, and we'll be happy with whatever that would be. But I just thought I would mention that to you. We need to kind of figure out how to get that in front of you and make a determination. I don't know if you want to have George make a recommendation or how you want to handle that. But
What's your suggestion?
The board should discuss it.
You guys can sit down if you want.
I don't think you want to discuss it tonight.
I know that not tonight. I'm just asking your recommendation for his request.
The mayor had already sent a letter to them that we would waive review fees. The review fees are $6,000 some dollars. I sent you an email.
all right. You're saying the mayor's already sent that letter off?
It was sent on the 21st of June.
You have that?
It wasn't quantified as the amount, but the letter was sent to Steve Moore, and a copy was sent to you.
Okay, Scott was just indicating, didn't specify the amount, but,
No, the letter didn't, so it's up to the board. But the review fees that were calculated for the project.
$6,144.
so at some point in time, I guess, you as a board have to decide what portion of that you want to
Correct.
waive in order to be.
Right now, the resolution that we're signing is supporting the project and knowing that the state is supporting this project.
That's correct. And I think that's all I have with regard to this for tonight. If we could just get a copy of the resolution, give that to Scott to take back with you.
I lost it. Is there anything you have to read, or would I want to read, or are we okay where we are just signing it?
Just a standard support to the Secretary of the Department of Housing and Community Development, that the board supports it and any local support in order to go forward with the project.
So we have your resolution so that we conclude our business with you for the night.
Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Oh, you have to vote to enact resolution number 11.
we need a motion. Right, I just realized that now. May I get a motion on the resolution?
Oh, second.
All in favor, use the sign of aye.
Aye.
Any further discussion? Motion is passed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Hodgetts, you're on board.
Thank you, sir. Apologize for being late tonight. There was an
Okay.
accident back at Joppa Road when I was getting down the interchange, so thanks for your patience tonight. Home Partnership Incorporated is before you tonight. We're coming back in, resubmitting our concept for the former county jail facility, which you have a copy of the concept plan, the rendering in front of you, along with another view of what would be the front entrance. And then behind that is a context map of where the property would be located on the site. This is a 50-unit elderly housing project. We plan to apply to the state in December. So we're actually, what we try to do through this new concept is to readdress, if you will, the ideas and thoughts, the feedback that was given to us by the Historic Architectural Review Committee. One of the most significant changes you're going to note is that we've actually preserved the entire jail facility, which I believe addresses one of the major questions that the Historic Architectural Review Committee had. We have not yet been before them for a second time. We are not seeking the same approval since we are not changing the structure as we initially had proposed. The financing that we're proposing at this point merely requires or requests a resolution of support from the town of Elkton, which is what brings us before you tonight. This is an important project, as some of you may know, because of how it may impact the town's revitalization plans. We know that this will have a significant impact and help the efforts to recommission, if you will, the train depot, which I know is one of the more intricate plans, important plans to the town. And we hope to be a part of that through this new concept, this new development. At this time, I'm asking for a request. This is a request for a resolution of support. I'm not looking for a vote tonight, but I'm here to answer any questions you may have or address any other issues that may come up. Again, thank you for your patience. I apologize for being late tonight.
Any questions from anybody?
I love the project. It's beautiful. They're keeping the historic jail. And it's going to be great for downtown, especially since I do know there's a waiting list at the senior apartments we have right now of about 25 people, and so it's needed. And with I just did come from the Wilmacco meeting where the mayor was at also, and they did say increase your residential, increases your chances for the train. So, and economic development, I think it's a great project.
So on the North Street apartments here, I'm seeing where this existing building is the jail then.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of space behind there.
Yeah.
So what are we taking out?
The, what's actually going to be removed from there is the now abandoned procurement building, which is the former county's procurement building, the white cinder block structure that was behind it, as well as the housing office, which is located right close to where the former, they used to store some materials back there. Right now, the Department of Social Services is using part of the building, and I think that the EMT people store some equipment as well on that site. We have had conversations with the Director of Social Services, and he's amenable to the move.
Any other questions? So where do we go from here, Lois?
The next meeting have a resolution. Next meeting will present a resolution.
Okay. So at the next meeting, a resolution will be
Next
presented.
week. So it's just next week.
That's right, the meeting is next week. So if you don't have any more questions for us, we don't have anything for you. We thank you for coming in and showing you this and see what we can do to get it off the ground.
Thanks. It's an exciting project, and I hope we'll be successful. I feel pretty confident we will. Thanks so much for your help.
Thank you.
And that's going to encompass how many people?
50. That's 50 units, so about 78 people roughly. We figure there'll be some couples in some of the apartments.
Right.
So 50 units though. Thank you.
You get old, you have to place a door around there, I guess.
Well, another interesting fact I heard this week was that they are getting a lot of people they have to turn down between the age of 55 and 62. So people are searching.
Proclamation Municipal Government Works Month. Lois, is that yours? Lois can do that if he doesn't.
Yeah, I need it. I don't have it.
Oh, Michelle, unless you want to read it.
Proclamation of Municipal Government Works, a proclamation of the Mayor and Commissioners of the Town of Elkton declaring the month of November 2012 Municipal Government Works Month in the Town of Elkton, Maryland. Whereas the Town of Elkton was incorporated in 1787, and whereas Maryland is the home of 156 municipalities, and whereas municipal government represents the most responsive level of government by citizens to have direct access to elected officials, and whereas in an effort to educate citizens about municipal government and the importance of their participation, the Town of Elkton is proud to promote municipal government awareness. And whereas municipalities have enhanced the quality of life for their respective residents by maintaining natural and historic sites and structures, and helping to make Maryland a great place to live, work, play, and explore. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Mayor and Commissioners of the Town of Elkton hereby proclaim the month of November 2012 Municipal Government Works Month in Town of Elkton, witness whereof our hands and seals is 14th day of November 2012.
May I get a motion for the Proclamation P17 2012 Municipal Government Works Week?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion? Motion is carried. We now move on to the Town Administrator's report.
First item I have is Resolution R10, 2012. I had sent information on this resolution prior to the board. Resolution amends the charter of the Town of Elkton, Article 8, Section C8-23, contribution to the single fire company, specifically adjusting the rate of the contribution from 3 cents per $100 of assessment based on a 40% assessment of real property, which was the method by which the Maryland Department of Assessment and Taxation assessed property prior to July 1, 2001. The adjustment to 1.2 cents per $100 of assessment based on 100% of the assessment of real property commencing July 1, 2001. Maryland Department of Assessments and Taxation changed the assessment process on July 1, 2001. We made the adjustments to both real property taxes and the single fire company contribution rate effective at that time, but did not change the single fire company contribution rate expressed in the charter. De facto, we did it, but de jure, we didn't. Mathematically, changing the contribution rate to 100% will have no effect on the contribution based on 100% rather than 40%. Additionally, the charter amendment includes current corporate name, William M. Singley Steam Fire Engine Hook and Ladder Company, Inc. That's which was incorporated in January 20th, 1892. The board enacts this resolution. It will become effective in 50 days unless there's a petition referendum.
It's 50 days, it's not 40 days, but that's it.
No, it's 50 for a charter amendment. 45 is annexation.
May I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been properly moved and second. All those in favor, the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Motion is carried.
What we do, we post this for 40 days at the town hall, at least 40 days. We advertise it in the
Cecil Wade.
in the Cecil Guardian for 4 consecutive weeks. There's no referendum filed within 40 days, and it becomes effective on the 50th day. Next item is Ordinance 8, 2012. The Ordinance 8, 2012 amends the code of the town of Elkton, Title 13, Chapter 1304, Section 1304-290, water and sewer rates, specifically adjusting the water and sewer rates based on a financial analysis and plan prepared by Municipal and Financial Services Group and presented to the Mayor and Commissioners on October 19, 2011. Ordinance 5, 2011 was adopted on December 7, 2011, became effective on December 27, 2012, adjusting water and sewer rates for the first step of the financial plan that was accepted by the Mayor and Commissioners. Ordinance 8, 2012 provides adjustment for water rates over 3 calendar periods, January 1 through December 31st, 2013, January 1 through December 31st, 2014, and January 1st to December 31st, 2015, approximately 3% per year for each calendar year. This ordinance also provides adjustments for sewer rates over the same 3 calendar periods where we're at the approximate rates of 5%, 4%, and 3% respectively. If adopted on December 5th, which would be the time that would be presented for adoption, if it was accepted for introduction tonight, the ordinance would be effective on December 25th, 2012, and the first billing cycle reflecting the new rates would occur in April 2013.
Any discussion from anyone?
No.
Is there a motion to approve for introduction purposes only?
Is that silence I hear?
Well, again, is there a motion to approve it?
For introductory purposes only, I move that we accept ordinance 8-2012, adjusting water and sewer rates.
Is there a second?
I will second that.
All those in favor, use a sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
For introduction purposes only, the ordinance does pass tonight. It will come back again on the 5th of December.
December 5th.
Okay. Resolution R-12-2012, disposition of surplus property.
Resolution R-12, 2012, disposition of surplus property, declares 6 town-owned vehicles as surplus and authorized disposal of those vehicles. 5 of the vehicles were assigned to the Elkton Police Department, and 1 was assigned to the Department of Public Works. All vehicles have reached their or exceeded their useful service life due to mileage or general condition. All vehicles will be sold at auction. Proceeds will be deposited in the general fund. I recommend that the vehicles are sold and the proceeds be deposited in the general fund.
And you say that's 6 vehicles or 5?
6.
6.
Five.
And what do you think their worth might be?
$2,500
Total?
total. We'll see how close I am.
Is there a motion for this resolution?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor, use the sign of aye.
Aye.
Any further discussion? If not, motion is passed. Elkton Police Department Facility Needs Assessment.
Chief Ryan obtained 2 quotes from firms interested in performing a facility needs assessment for the Elkton Police Department. This assessment was discussed at the planning workshop on October 10th. It was suggested at that meeting that the town utilize forfeited funds, which are the proceeds resulting from criminal investigations conducted by the Elkton Police Department. Quotes were obtained from Moyer Associates, Northbrook, Illinois. Their quote is $15,000. WBCM of Baltimore, their quote is $22,000. Chief Ryan recommends facility needs assessment be performed by Moyer Associates, Inc. Moyer did the police station in Newark that attaches to their building. They did an excellent job on that. Given the board's authorization, we'll initiate a contract with Moyer Associates to perform the facility needs assessment. $15,000 is Moyer. I recommend that we give it to them.
Is there a motion for the approval of having Moyer's associate to do the needs assessment, since there were 2 that were brought into consideration?
I moved it. I'm sorry.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor, use the sign of aye.
Aye.
Any discussion? Since there's none, it passes that we will use Moyer Associates.
That's all I have.
Old business, Mr. Hicks.
No, I'm good, thank you.
I have none. Earl.
I have none.
Mary Jo.
It's kind of old, but it is mixed with new. So, but I just want to, Dan Hanley's here, our Public Works Director, and Ken. I just want everybody during Hurricane Sandy did a fantastic job. Of course, we didn't get what we expected, but they really were on top of everything. The emails that went out to keep us updated.
True.
It was fantastic. Thank you very, very much. And I want to also thank staff that came in that didn't have to. Louis and Michelle. Michelle didn't have to come in, but she decided to and answered telephone calls because she knew they were ringing. So I just want to say I appreciate that. I'm sure we all do.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Also, part of the old business, Lewis, I see the stop signs have been implemented downtown. When will that occur up above?
Do you hear anything from?
I'll
SHI?
gotta call back into Larry, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've asked, but they haven't responded as to when that's going to happen. They're going to take out that
The
the
light.
traffic light, put stop signs up. I'll find out. I get a hold of Larry Gridline or Terry and find out.
And so that would be all for Elkton after that. I'd see, yeah, I guess that'd be it then.
I guess if that was part of the old business. How is that turning out? I mean, have we gotten a lot of complaints with that change, or how's that going so far? Implementing that 4-way stop.
Very cautiously.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm looking to the police department to
I know.
respond to that.
Okay.
I don't know if they had any March reports that.
Okay. Okay. Just one. I was curious because I know I had to catch myself a couple of times. You know. So.
Just one question. When will the crossing white lines be where the college is, Bow Street, where they bumped out the sidewalk?
Hopefully tomorrow, they get pushed back because of the weather.
Okay, I noticed that
Except
over the
this week.
weekend.
I was over there today. I called Dan. They're calling it. It's a special contract comes in, does that, but it needs to be done there.
And make sure they highlight those curves, so that, because I know down here on Main Street, West Main Street, there was issues with people hitting the curve, even though it bumped out. At night, it comes up on you kind of quick.
Okay, we'll do that. Put reflectors. Yeah. Okay.
Turn that curve up. Yeah.
And now, Commissioner Hicks, you have anything to bring tonight, new or old?
No, sir.
I have none. Earl?
You have nothing in mind.
Mary Jo?
Just one quick thing. Next week is Thanksgiving. Holidays are here already. We usually cover the meters downtown. We put the happy holidays. I'd like to know if we could possibly do that again to encourage people to come downtown and shop.
We do that Thanksgiving through New Year's, don't we?
Right, we usually ask and,
Oh, I thought it was an automatic thing, okay.
Well, it can be automatic.
Before,
I just need the board's authorization to mask out the meters from Thanksgiving through New Year's.
you need a motion?
Well, I mean, if you authorize me to do it, it'll be done.
Everybody's in agreement.
Okay. I am.
Mayor, we're getting ready to close out the meeting. Is there anything you want to bring forth? Old business, new business?
There was one thing, I just kind of maybe I'll leave right in here.
Glad to see you here.
Went very well. Basically, just that, I know it's a little late, like I said, but these recent storms we had, I don't know if anybody said anything about them or not, but I just wanted to thank our police department, public works department, and everybody involved in getting us through this Hurricane Sandy. I think everybody did a very good job. We had our briefings here and at the DES, and even all the residents cooperated and all the business cooperated. And I think we got through that with very good luck. We really escaped that, and we did very well. And I really appreciate everybody's cooperation. So that's about it, sir.
And other than that, Louis, what is going, well, they're cleaning up Delaware, the Mellow Park right now, right? They was out there today, the logs, the debris.
Yes.
If there's nothing else, we're going to get a motion to close.
So moved.
Oh, second.
I probably moved and second. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Boy, that was